Yo, it's King Bling here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Now, in the last episode, there was quite a few noteworthy things that happened. For one, this girl here, yeah. You saw the episode. I don't need to get back into it. You know what happened. But while I was off camera, I have been doing a lot, and I mean a lot of theory crafting. And I got some things that I want to share with you that I think is going on here. So for one, bro, Monica, you can come get these fists, bro. I'm telling you, Monica is the one behind this. Let me give you my proof, all right? I'm gonna give you the receipts. So if you go over here in the files, right? And we saw trace back text, right? Now, if you remember, on the, I guess we'll call it the death scene, it said there's an error, see trace back text for details or something. This is trace back text right here. You clicked it, it was like coding, but then there was this note down here. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I could probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Obviously, that's a person, that's somebody doing something to the game, right? How do I know it's Monica? Stay tuned, okay? So if you remember, like throughout the whole series, I've been saying Monica, like she really wants me. Like Monica, everything she says, everything she does, she's trying to get me. I know this, you know this, it's a fact. But somebody pointed out in the comments that before we found Sayori at the death scene, Monica said you kinda left her hanging this morning. So obviously she knew what was going on. Not to mention the fact that while Sayori was talking to us, she was like, maybe I should just listen to what Monica said to me. What? What was Monica saying to her? In her poem, she said, get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. She's talking about Monica. And you remember that one poem that Monica had that started with save me, load me? Obviously she knows how to mess with computer stuff, right? And she breaks the fourth wall. Like Monica said, save your game. So obviously she knows that this is a game. So Monica is altering the files because she deleted Sayori completely. Monica's altering these files, and I have a feeling that Sayori was just the beginning, because since Monica wants us, she's gonna get rid of the other girls in order to make that happen. Things I don't understand. Why did she kill off Sayori when I was going after Natsuki? I don't know. We know that Monica is like, I'm pretty dang certain that Monica is the one behind all of this, and she's willing, as you saw, to just cut characters out just like that. So now I'm worried. But you know what? I'll tell you when we get into the game. I don't really know if we should change our wallpaper. I changed at the end of the episode because I was sad. I think I'm gonna keep it Sayori for now. I've kind of had, okay, we're gonna put it back to Sayori at the end of the episode, okay? I promise. But yeah, things are finally starting to get, you know, scary, and I'm pretty worried to start this episode. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I am not prepared out of thing, right? That twist last episode just came out of left field, hit me so hard. I don't know what this game's about to throw at me, but everybody keeps saying it gets worse. Like, how do you get worse from that? So we'll see what happens. Let's just get into the game. Okay, here we go. A freak. Wait, hold on. I was about to do my Doki Doki, but it said, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. That's not what it said before. I don't like this. Look at it, look, just looking at Sayori, man. Look at what they did to her. Oh, I thought it was gonna just go away, but no, it's just stuck like that now. All right, let's load our game up. Okay, here we are back in the silent hallway where we sold our soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Where the first time it was we sold our soul because the cupcake. Also, one more thing I want to mention about Monica. So since Sayori wasn't the one to bring us to the club this time, it was Monica. Notice how Monica said one of my club members keeps her manga collection in the club room. She knows that we like manga because she knows that we were going after Natsuki last time, which makes me think if we went after Yuri last time, would she still have said that, or would she have said something that Yuri likes to bring us, to entice us to join the club, because she needed us to get into the club since Sayori wasn't there to bring us in. It's just things to think about, things to think about. All right, let's go. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Why are we already doing this? We just started. I'm not A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Why'd he kill the atmosphere?
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, King Bling. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Minus Sayori.
So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right?
No! No! We do not say that in this house, young lady! What? No, I'm not! Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. No! Sayori was vice president, now it's Yuri! It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into King Bling in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club.
I didn't decide! You brought me here, you forced me here!
Isn't that great?
Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, she was gonna make cupcakes!
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, King Bling? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. Don't sit next to that girl, bro! So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Get away from me, bro. Get away from me! As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. But I've read all this before. I've literally read these exact same sentences. But I'm not gonna skip though, because there might be something new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. No, don't even remind me about the festival, bruh. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. See, she's always like trying to make the other girls look worse, bruh. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, King Bling, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking, Cue Natsuki?
Hello there.
There she is! Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed to be reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually merge me at well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? This is oddly similar to the situation I'm experiencing right now. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. No. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. That's not what she said last time. Last time Monika said, I wouldn't expect that from someone like you, Yuri, right? Didn't she say she wouldn't expect that? Why would she change now? It suits your personality. What is happening? No. Why are we? Oh my god, I hate it. So now she's like, yeah, horror suits your personality, Yuri. She's trying to make me, oh my gosh, she's trying to make her look bad. She got one girl out the way. The next girl she's going after is Yuri, bruh. She's about to start trying to make Yuri look bad, bro. Oh, is that so? Really? If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! Give that back!
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer, huh? I read that wrong. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of your own. Then, next time we meet, we can all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. And you see how they just automatically include me as a new member? Like, they pretty much just forced me into the club. I don't have a choice. Do you agree as well, King Bling? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, King Bling. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. You see how she's forcing me in this, man? She's like, nah, you're gonna join this club whether you like it or not. Oh, we need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. You would've had 4 if you didn't! And if you don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I joined the literature club. They don't give me a choice, man! One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, King Bling? Shut it! Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed.
King Bling, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? She, like, this whole time, she's like, these girls suck, but I'll make your life awesome. Trust me. Like, Monika, I don't like you, bro. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. King Bling, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? Why is the inner dialogue trying to be like, could I really impress Monika? I don't want to go after Monika. But you know what? Should I go after Natsuki again? Because I'm kind of bummed that all my progress towards Natsuki is just gone now because a new game got started. Should I take this time to try to go with Yuri, or should I go with Natsuki again? I don't know. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Why is my game just black? The music's still playing. What? It's loading. Bro, don't jump scare me, please. The application's not responding. The program... What? The freak is happening? Why did my game just crash? Okay, give me a moment. Okay, we're running it back up. I'm so scared. I don't want to go in. Everything still looks the same. Is there anything new in my files? No. Okay. I guess we go back in. Why did it start over? Now it doesn't say you're on my sunshine anymore. Okay. Gonna load my game. It didn't save. I gotta go through that again. It didn't save. Oh my god. I can't play this game. Okay. I know you're thinking like, look at this dude overreacting. But, alright. I'm really scared. Okay, let me tell you a thing about me real quick. So usually when I get scared, like when something scares me, usually I scream. Like that's just my natural response. The only time I don't scream is when I'm like either really scared or I'm like just in a state of shock. Like when we saw the Sayori death scene, like there was no scream that came out because it was just like pure shock. That freaking distorted Monica actually just gave me a heart attack. If that scared me, I'm not gonna make it, man. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, see now I was about to just skip through everything, but now is it different? And I brought a guest with me. I can't. Like that scare already happened. It got me again. I don't want to play this. All right, I'm just gonna kind of skim through. If anything new happens, I'll show you. Yahoo! Okay, I kind of went through pretty slow just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Everything else seemed to be the same. Why did it just crash right there and make me go through all that again? This game is so weird, man. It just actually like shut down. Okay, well, let's just keep going. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, let's get that poem time in, baby. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yeah, I guess. Nothing is real. What does all the rest of the text say? What the heck? And Monica still isn't even an option. Nothing is real? I don't even know what that could mean. But now we're at the part where I'm like, should I try to go for Yuri now? Or should I stay pursuing Natsuki? I don't really want to go after Yuri, man. I really don't know. I don't know who I should go after. But you know what I do know? This beat, yo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm really torn on whether I should go Natsuki or Yuri. Like, since we already went Natsuki, if I go for her again, is everything just gonna be the same? Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. We were going after Natsuki last time, and Monica got rid of Sayori. She didn't get rid of the person that I was going after for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it seems like the person I went after was safe. So, going off of that logic, if I don't want Natsuki to die, then I feel like I should go for Natsuki again. I know that sounds terrible because I'm basically saying kill Yuri instead, but I don't want Natsuki to die, and I went after Natsuki last time and she's still here. So maybe if I go after Natsuki again, she'll spare her. It's weird logic, but that's what I'm sticking with. I'm going Natsuki. Let's do it. Boop. Poof. If I hit death now, is Yuri gonna jump? Yeah, I just wanted to see. Doki Doki. Twirl. Bunny. Lollipop. Pout. Loud. Yeah. Socks. Kawaii. Skirt. Bouncy. Hop. Feather. Cute. Sing. Smile. Jump. Fluffy. Okay, looks like we're going after Natsuki again. I just committed. Okay. I get King Bling. That's like, I don't know why that scares me. Every time it goes quiet and changes screens, like my whole body tenses up. Why is this so creepy? I get King Bling. I'm glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I can't read that phrase anymore, and just, oh my god. Hi! Your face! The freak was that? Thanks for keeping your promise, King Bling, your face! I hope this is not too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Why? 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 Stop! Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica! You're on top of the text box! Monica! The music. Why did the music do that? Mama. Why was Monica on top of the text box? I told you, Monica is freaky, bro. Why was she on top of the text box? Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, King Bling. Why does it look off? We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, why does something feel off? I feel like, is the screen bigger? The screen is turned, isn't it? The screen is turned. Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. What's happening with the music right now? I was just about to say something is weird about the music, and then it like shifted or, oh my god. Well wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure, bro? The screen is like... Look how tilted it is!
I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. She's like so close to me right now. What the freak? And she's turned.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention.
Like, listen to the music right now. It's higher. The music is like higher pitched right now. If I'm not mistaken. It's higher. It's so weird. And then it just went back down. Why are you so close to me?
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take a book.
Ew, why are you so close to me?
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
And it just snapped back to normal. So oh my god. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Don't mess up my closet scene, bro. Don't mess up my closet scene. You looking for something in there? What the freak? Freaking Monica! What was that?
She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the top. We're just gonna slide past that? Does our character not have anything to say about it? That? What the freak?
Manga? You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out one. Why can't I read?
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, King Bling. Consider this...
Don't judge a book! Why is this happening? And then it just keeps going like that didn't just happen. Why is it so like bolded too? What the freak?
In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
And Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why not? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. At least I get to see this scene again. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like, I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't ever bring it up without them being all like, he still haven't outgrown that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. Whoa, buddy, whoa! What the frick? My dad would beat the crap out of me if he found this. So is this like super black bolded text supposed to be like what she's actually wanting to say? Because if so, I'm now very concerned about her home life. One, she said that when her dad cooks her food, she has to eat as much of it as she can. Now she's straight up just saying her dad would beat the mess out of her if he found her manga. What? Natsuki, what's going on at your house? And then I hate how they just fly past it like nothing's happening. Why are we not like, well, what the freak, do you need to talk about it? Like, we're just sitting there, like, at least it's safer in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Haha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Why'd it go black? What's happening? What's happening? Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. This didn't happen last time. I glance over at her. Oh, it looks like she started to fall asleep. This didn't happen last time. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. This didn't happen last time. Oh, that was the sound of her. Okay, that was the sound of her falling. I was like, what was that noise? I can't. What was that? And why is Monica here? Someone just subscribed. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Did she look okay? Natsuki? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. Don't worry, King Bling. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. What just happens? Freaking eyeballs turn black? What was that? Why is Monica just so chill about this? Why are we just so chill about this? That's why I always keep a snack for her in my bag. Anyway, Why don't we all share poems now?
What the freak?
This is too weird. This is too freaky, bro. Why is our character just like... We had no comment? We had no comment about that? And Monica just like, oh, it happens sometimes. Oh, I don't know who to share it with. Now I want to share with Yuri first, because Yuri is actually scaring me least right now. Let's go, Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I could trust her opinion, to be fair. Oh, she's not gonna like our poem because we went Natsuki again. Ah, god dang it. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, that was pretty much the same as last time. I don't think there was any differences. Now I'm scared because Natsuki is freaking Black Eye and Monica is Monica. Before I was always sharing with Natsuki last, so maybe I should keep that going? Which means you need to share with Monica? Okay, let's go Monica. Hi King Bling. I don't like you. Having a good time so far? No, I'm not. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? For some reason, now when she says I'm always listening, I believe her. Like, I actually believe her. Because she knew about me and Sayori's exchange before, like, we didn't tell her. There's no way that she would have known that. So now that she says I'm always listening, I feel like she's actually always listening. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? No. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, King Bling. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. I like it, King Bling. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write, right? She said this before. But she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. This is new. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Haha. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Why is Monica telling me this? But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Why does Monica know all this? And why is she telling me? But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Why is my character not like, hey bro, why are you talking about this right now? Monica, what the freak? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who's not very good. I don't like Monica, bro. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Is this the same too? Wait, no, this is different. It's called hole. Wasn't the last one called hole in wall? But okay, hold on, let me just read it. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes could no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. This is a different poem. Why is Monica's different, but Yuri's was the same? But it's called Hole in Wall. And her last one was called Hole in Wall. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Well, what was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
What could Monica's epiphany be? What is her epiphany, I wonder? Because she won't bring it up. An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. I don't want it. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Okay, that was the same advice. That was the same advice that she gave first time. Was that? Thanks for listening. Okay, so Monica's poem was different, but she also told us that Natsuki's dad doesn't feed her often. Why? I'm still trying to figure out why she told us that. Let's go, Natsuki. God, Natsuki, are you cool, man? Huh? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, that was pretty much the same too. Yeah, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Did you hear the music? I was getting ready to check to see how long I was recording, and the music, did you hear that note? I'm freaked out. I was about to check my recording to see how long I've been going, and the freaking music said, the freak? It sounds normal now. I felt that in my soul. I don't know. Whenever they do stuff with the music, that really freaks me out. I'll go a little bit longer. That music, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go a little longer. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after, hold on. Now it's normal. Now it's normal. It was just like that one note. That was freaky, man. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. This is about to be the fight scene, right? As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try it that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out like that at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and King Bling did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent... Sorry, I keep trying to hear that note again. That was so weird. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And King Bling liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Yep, they're about to start fighting. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Ooh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that King Bling appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh! Well, you know what? I wasn't the ones whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as King Bling started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as long as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. The freak! What the freak? What's happening? Me? Look who's talking! You want to be edgy! What the freak? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying, that proves my point. What the freak? Most people... I can't even read. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can what? You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? What? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the freak is wrong with your head? What is happening? Yeah, go on. Let King Bling hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as she just noticed I was standing here. King Bling, she's just trying to make me look bad. What's happening? That's not true. She started it. What? Natsuki! I'm pressing Natsuki! Why is it? Stop! Natsuki! Why is it so close to me? Monica! Gadd! Again! Why are you over the dialogue box again? Hey, King Bling. Why don't we step outside for a minute? Look at the text. It's like, what? Why are you on top of the box? Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of here, or stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Haha. Some president I am, right? I can't even comfort my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. How is she still turning into, like, she's still making this, don't hang out with them, hang out with me, bro? What the freak? I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. What did Yuri say, bro? She quickly runs away. Oh, dear. Well, it looks like they're done now. I didn't mean it. What did she say? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. What the freak? Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. King Bling, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. It's a weird thing to say. Completely. What? Is she about to like freaking erase her memory or something, bruh? Look at her just smiling, bruh. She said, I'm sure she'll forget about it tomorrow. Completely. Don't mess with Natsuki, bro. Don't mess with Natsuki, man. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Gary. It's not that. And look how scared Yuri's getting. Does Yuri know that Monica like has this power? What the freak? People out there swerving, what the heck? Does Yuri realize that? Does Yuri know what Monica can do? Because Monica was like, it sounds like you don't want me around for something. And look how worried Yuri's getting. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with King Bling. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Nope. We're calling it there. Save my game. Save the game. Save it. Get out. Exit. We are out. We are done. Oh my God. I got a new picture. Wait, no, not music. What's the picture? What's the new one? Oh, it's the poem. Yeah, see, it's different. A continuation of Monica's first poem. Wait. Where was Monica's first poem? Where's her first poem? This one. Yeah, this is the first poem. It says this one is a continuation. Why is her poem able to continue into the next? Because the game restarted, but her poem is able to have a part 2 basically. Because the other two weren't like that. This is too much, man. Anything new in the files? Can you hear me? There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality, is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new girl. Such a deplorable tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. This gotta be Monica. This gotta be Monica talking, right? I'm so done with this game, bro. I'm so done with this, man. I'm so done with this game, man. I'm so done with this game, man. Well, we're gonna wrap things up there. This is a freaking fever dream, man. This is so weird. I'm actually like getting nervous to play this. This is freaking me out like a lot. Oh, and like the glitching, the music. That part is especially weird because I was like, you probably saw I had my like overlay or like my computer stuff popped up because I was like, let me check to see how long this episode is. And the moment I went to do that, the music freaking like messed up and then it made me go back to the game. Like, that's freaky, man. Oh my God, I can't. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. See what happens in the next episode. I'm so worried, man. But if you did enjoy, then go ahead and leave this video a like. And if you really enjoyed, you can even subscribe. That's all for now. I will see you peeps later. Peace!